Yes, I collected every single SH Figuarts JJK figure ever. And a couple of you guys are probably curious on why I did this. Well, first of all, I like JJK, and JJK Execution just came out. We also got an announcement on the new Yuji and Yuta, and of course Toji, who started up the deadline. And it's definitely not because my last JJK video is my most popular video, which you should totally watch if you haven't. But yes, look at this beauty right here. Now, a couple things though before we get into the video. I need to thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers, and all of you deserve a reward. So I am doing another giveaway, and if you guys have been watching for a little bit, my last giveaway was at 2K, which was this Zoro right here. The guy that won it never answered me, so I just held on to it. But guess what? I'm not only doing this one, I'm also doing this SH Figuarts Teen Geto as a double giveaway. So all you guys have to do is like, subscribe, watch this video, and comment down below, and you guys have your chance to get one of these two figures, because there's gonna be two winners. Also, because I know some of you are curious, I did not pay for all these figures. These 5 specifically I won in a raffle. So let's continue. All right, let's finally get this started, and I am gonna do this in order. So let's start with the first one in the line right now. So this is the figure that started it all, releasing back in March of 2021 at a release price of 6,050 yen. Yuji Itadori is the first figure in the JJK line, because of course he is the main character. And this is the OG release, but I do have a second Yuji, which is still the OG release because I got extremely lucky. Now, for my thoughts of this figure, I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of this figure because I posed it around for a really long time. But there was a reason why I did that, because he's just overall really fun to play around with, and he just feels great in your hand. And he obviously got more of the manga look than the anime look, but if you want an anime look, just get the Figma. All right, let's peep everything he comes with. In total, he has 11 accessories, which isn't bad. I'm gonna be sprinting through the accessories because we got a lot of figures to get to. We got a schmegular face, looking off to the right side face, yelling / screaming face, a really cool Sukuna face, but he never has his hair down. So that's why they gave us a hair up piece, which is super peak to have, I'm not gonna lie. And you can use it for the other regular Yuji faces, so now he just has windswept hair, which is actually super cool. Now onto hands, fisting hands, Junpei grabbing hands, wide palm open hands. My second favorite accessory on some Datara shit, Sukuna tongue hand. Second favorite because my first favorite are these two divergent fist effects. So overall, for starting it all, this is a very good figure. A good amount of accessories he comes with. I absolutely adore the divergent fist effects because that is like the go-to effect piece when posing around with him. My only issue with that is the piece is a little bland, and I wish it actually had more life to it, but it's fine. Yuji articulation could be better, but his torso is lacking in that department. But this figure is still really good, even in 2025 standards, so I really do appreciate it. And guess what? We're moving on to the next one. So I actually did get this Gojo loose, so I don't have the box, but shout out Rock Chala for having a 360 on the boxes so you guys could peep that. But now, the SH Figuarts Satoru Gojo did release in April of 2021, and its release price was 6,050 yen. First thing you notice about this figure, at least IRL, is that he is really tall for a Figuarts, which makes sense because he's mad tall in the anime. Now, the accessories all came in this little Coke bag right here, so we just gotta open up this blow. And low-key, this does not look like a lot. And of course, the strongest sorcerer in the verse has a grinning head sculpt and a laughing one too. Of course, you got your classic fisting hands, no doubt in my mind Geto grabbing hands, and one of this weird grabbing hands for his blindfold to hold. And when you take off his blindfold, you get this beautiful monster right here. So yes, we do get a unblindfolded Gojo head, which looks majestic but so weird at the same time. I'm pretty sure this one's supposed to be holding his hollow purple, and this hand's supposed to be throwing that bit. And this is his infinity hand right here, forming hollow purple hand, which I really love when hands are like this, where they're just like stuck together, so you actually get a really amazing pose. Ugh, it's just so freaking cool, bro. And yes, guys, I am gonna be a little bit biased because call me basic, I love Gojo, he's probably my favorite character. But if this figure was buns, I will let y'all know. And this figure is the opposite of buns. This guy's trim as hell. I do really like this figure. Now, some bad parts. I wish he did come with more, like, you know, more effect pieces. It would have been really cool if he had a red or a blue, hollow purple, because we literally get the hands for it. But not the end of the world. His articulation is actually way better than expected. Posing him around was really easy in my opinion. And this isn't gonna be the last time we're gonna see Gojo in this video. Prepare to see him more than 2 times, really. So the JJK line is 2 for 2. Who's gonna stop this momentum?
If
Oh, Megumi, you have been catching a lot of slander / strays these past few months, which makes me feel kind of bad. But this figure released in January of 2022, and its release price was 5,500 yen. So let's see if this figure deserves some slander as well. I realize I haven't brought up like aesthetics, I guess, because they all kind of look the same. They got, you know, the uniform on, which is gonna be super whatever, black basic, and all Megumi has is crazy hair and his stupid freaking Tims that he got on that he looks dumb as hell with these. But let's see if his accessories do him any favor. Bro, what the hell is this? So we got a stoic look and a yelling face. And that's it for faces. Okay. Fisting hands, surrendering hands. Okay, these are actually kind of cool. So we start with divine dog hands. We also do get new hands. I'm pretty sure this is his domain expansion hands, or just by begging not getting destroyed by some grade 4 sorcerer or curse. I don't know. Now, Megumi is very caring because he does have a DLC faceplate for Yuji, and it low-key looks like the other one, but he's looking up this time, so thank you. Which I guess is cool or whatever. It could be worse, but I wish he actually came with more of his own thing. But see, anytime this guy struggles, he just passes it on to someone else and tries to bring out Maharaga or Yuji or something. But this figure, I did hear he was a little disappointing, and the lack of accessories is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, the best thing about him, besides I guess his look, is that shoulder articulation is actually fantastic, because that's how you're going to be able to hit all these dynamic poses with his hands together. So that was actually pretty fun, just posing around like that. But man, yeah, this is probably the first disappointment in the line. But hey, at least we're one step closer of completing Team Gojo. We're just missing one person now. So our remaining and final member of Team Gojo is Kugisaki Nobara, and her release date was March 2022 with a release price of 6,050 yen. So I'm actually pretty excited for this figure because I actually really do like Nobara, so I really hope they didn't mess it up, so fingers crossed. Okay, so this is not Bandai's fault, this is the fault of the person that gave this to me, and she has no left peg. So I can't connect any of her left hands or whatever, so I'm just gonna use this blue tack, and it works decently well, so whatever, it's not the figure's fault. So besides that really big issue that my figure has, other than that, it's all good. The figure works extremely well and she looks really good. Now let's go to accessories. First faceplate, just like a plain old face, a super irritated face, a pretty chill yelling face. She kind of doesn't look like she has a nose. Absolutely love the psychotic / bloodlusted face. That's the last faceplate, but she does have wind-swept hair. Ooh, probably one of my favorite things ever. And of course it works well with every single faceplate that she comes with. Onto hands. Fisting hands. I only have one of these like normal hands. Firmly grasped hands. Pointing finger hands. Having one of her nails on her left. Having 3 now instead of 1. She has her signature hammer, which has a little cute heart at the top. How adorable. So after finding out that my specific Nobara figure is technically broken, I was not really excited to pose her around. But you know what? After like a cool 15 seconds, I was like, wait a minute, they low-key cooked over here. My biggest issue, which I think everyone's biggest issue, is literally her skirt piece is not like bendy enough. It's not made of fabric. It's a really hard plastic, which is kind of annoying. I will also admit that her legs are a little janky, and I feel like should have been a lot more flexible around the upper leg. I'm still able to get pretty good dynamic poses, so it's not the worst case scenario. And you know what? This figure's a W, and we finally get to complete Team Gojo. So, after completing this, what is next? I told you we were going to see this guy again, but it's a good excuse because at this moment in time, the JJK Zero movie was releasing, and so obviously we had to get another Gojo because he's probably the most popular character. And this was actually released on September 2022 at a retail price of 6,600 yen. And like I said before, I really like the old Gojo, so let's see how this one has improved upon that, because if it's a downgrade, that's going to be a ginormous L. And already, like a really quick comparison to the old one, this guy has not seen the sun in a minute because he's like hella white. He's like actually like pure snow. He looks good though, so let's just peep his accessories. Whoa, he's definitely winning on the accessory department. For faceplate, he comes with a really cool half blinded face, full blinded face, a screaming head sculpt, and showing off them pearly whites. Onto hands, which he has many. He has fisting hands, open palm hands, karate chopping hands, piece or scissor hands. Definitely Geto grabbing hands again. 2 thumbs up hands. Loki, correct me in the comments if this is like him about to shoot purple or something. I'm not sure. He used this pose that one time. Y'all remember that one time? Forming hollow purple hands. He has a hand that has this little hole, and that is for his red. Ooh, we finally actually get an effect piece for Gojo and this little ass red thing, bro. Definitely better than nothing. I'm not gonna complain about it too much because I literally asked for something like that. It's just so tiny, but it's actually a really cool effect. And overall, this figure is just actually better than the original one. I don't know if him being super white is super accurate, but I think it is. And my goodness, guys, the amount of hands this man had is an actual fetish amount. That was low-key ridiculous, but hey, this guy was priced pretty decently at the time, but he'll cough you back around like 150. So I kind of wish I was able to cop him back in like, I don't know, like a year ago when I was choosing between this one and Figma. But 2 really good Gojo figures so far, and on to the next. Now here's the main character of the JJK Zero movie, and oh boy, this guy has been getting a lot of slander recently after Megumi. They're basically on the same level. Now, for this specific figure, it released back in October of 2022 with a release price of 6,600 yen. And don't worry, Yuta fanboys, I actually do really like him, so I'm not really on the slander train like that. And this figure I also really like a lot because I used to actually have another one, but he broke on me. I don't know for what reason because I wasn't really playing with him. Now let's see what he has for accessories. Okay, not too bad. You got his depressed ass face, holy crap. Kinda angry face, kinda smiling face, screaming face. Now onto hands, fisting hands, low-key super huge cupping hands, just open hands, and something holding hands for something like this. This is really cool, the curse tool megaphone, and he comes with his katana sheath, one with a strap and one just to hold. And of course, if he has 2 of those, he has to at least have 1 katana. Okay, so no slander will be tolerated specifically on this figure. This is a fantastic figure. Absolutely had so much fun posing him around. He comes with a great amount of accessories. The face plates could be better, specifically on my derpy looking one, which I think he should be smiling, but he looks like he's frowning and smiling. But all the accessories are really cool. He poses extremely well. He looks really good, and this figure is already this good. Imagine how the next Yuta figure that's coming out is gonna be. That's actually gonna be super peak. I think my biggest issue with this figure are his flaps on his butterfly joints, where sometimes they like get in there and I have to use my nail to get it out. But other than that, it's not really the biggest issue in my opinion. And this is running for top dog out of all these figures. So let's keep going. Here we have the king of frauds right here, the main antagonist of the whole friggin' series, Sukuna. You know what? It's actually really surprising that he came out like this late after 2 of the JJK Zero movie figures were released, but hey, it is what it is. He was released in April of 2023 with a release price of 7,700 yen. So I do actually have a second one right here, so we'll be reviewing this one right there because I don't want to open the other one. Now I'm pretty sure the Sukuna is a little bit controversial because he's not in his like real body, I guess, because he's still in Yuji's body, because he still has the lower half of Yuji just having all the tats. And this was specifically when he fought Gojo the first time, or when he was fighting Megumi. As you can see, the bottom's exactly the same except Sukuna showing off the BB belt. Alright, for faces, he has like a regular chill face, a about to kill you face, a really creepy smiling face, super creepy smiling face. Onto hands, we have Yodozu grabbing hands, showing off them nails hands, domain expansion hand, and almost a thumb up to hold his chin. And this figure comes with a really cool DLC faceplate for Yuji where he's literally just talking crap on his cheek. I love it. Now that's it for accessories, so I kind of wish he had like Yuji's heart or another accessory accessory piece for his torso, where literally after he ripped his own heart out. So overall, this figure is actually a really good figure because his articulation is way better than the original Yuji body mold, since he doesn't have his uniform on. But I think the biggest issue is that this is not the Sukuna we wanted. We would have at least wanted him to be in his white robe. And I guess this figure wouldn't have been a problem if they released another Sukuna, which they never did, which that's what I'm really hoping for when the JJK line returns or makes another announcement for Sukuna. That would be amazing. But overall, I think this figure is probably going to be the most underrated one here, because a lot of people are just going to hate the fact that this is just Yuji's body. But hey, at least they put this motherfucker to work, because this figure is still really good. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think he might be the most expensive one out of the whole lineup. But hey guys, at least we got season 1 all completed right here. What's next?
Monkeys, 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 monkeys. No matter what anyone tells you, I hate those monkeys.
A true racist through and through. And here we have the SH Figuarts Suguru Geto from the JJK Zero line. Now, he was released back in May of 2023, and the release price was 9,350 yen. So, ooh, you had to pay some big boy money for the big bad of Zero. And I've actually always liked Geto's design, specifically this one right here with the ginormous robe and all, but that is gonna probably be a big issue articulation wise. But overall, he does look pretty good right now. And obviously this is gonna be the problem, that elbow part is gonna look nasty. And then this little thing that he has on, that's not tied all the way in, so it's just kind of sitting there, which you could take off really easily, but that's because you want him to articulate in a better way, so they allow you to work with it. You could call this man a lot of things, but you cannot say that his hair is bad, because this is peak hair. I don't know why, I just really like his hairstyle, but I wouldn't do it on me. Onto faceplate, he has a sinister face, a why is this monkey speaking to me face, a little creepy grin, no cap. See, that's a lot better. I trust him a lot more now. Onto hands, take a shot every time I say fisting hands. These like gang sign hands, I don't know. An open palm hand. A cursed spirit sphere, which is awesome. I really love this accessory, but it's not the best one, because you will see why soon. Because here we have grabbing hands, but for what? For playful cloud. Oh my lord, I absolutely love this accessory, and he looks so awesome, man. And this might actually be the best accessory in the whole JJK line. And even though the cursed tool is $3 billion, it's ran through. First started with Geto, then Maki, and then this man Toji takes it away from Maki and then decides to get BTA to Dagon, and that was really bad. And then he freaking sharpens it up, and we just know how that ended. For his last accessory, it's windswept hair, and I know what you guys are thinking. What? That's windswept hair? Yeah, just like barely, which is a little disappointing, but it is still cool to have. I just wish it was done better. But hey, the execution isn't always right. But what they did do right is this freaking figure. And what was the thing I said about Sukuna? It's probably the most underrated figure. No, I lied. It's this freaking figure, man. I deadass thought he was gonna be kind of buns, but he's actually super peak. The only reason I thought it was gonna be bad was because I was very worried with all the baggy clothes on him that they weren't gonna execute correctly. But holy crap, I'm actually so surprised on like how much fun he is to pose around. And I'm not even the biggest Geto fan like that, bro. Like, I'm literally, in a couple more minutes in this video, you're gonna see me like literally killing this guy and roasting him. But he definitely shut me up on this one, because this figure is absolutely phenomenal, and that is the biggest shock. So now we have completed all of the JJK Zero line. What's next? A freaking goat is up next. And man, I remember when this figure came out and it sold out like maybe a couple months later, and I regretted it so bad, bro. So I'm super happy that I finally have him here. He was released in December of 2023, which is, fun fact, when I started collecting again, and his release price was 9,350 yen. I wish he still was that price, but I didn't get him for too bad of a deal. He is used, so there is some dirty parts on him, which isn't too bad, but that's not the figure's fault. That's whatever the guy was doing with him. But you guys peep the physique? Holy crap, holy aesthetics, man. And that little man bun that, I don't know, it's kind of whatever, but man, he does look really good, and I really like how this figure is coming out, and I already know that this guy's articulation is going to be fantastic. So let's see what he actually comes with though. Okay, it seems like a lot, but let's take a closer look. So he has a nice grin on him. Okay, Mr. Serious Face right here. I can't tell if this is a puckered face, and if it is, I wish it was more detailed like that. Probably a battle face because he's a little too happy. Okay, this might be the best faceplate in the whole line. Now onto hands. The F word. Just like chill hands. For sure, Yuji grabbing hands. Boogie woogie hands. That one pose he does with Yuji hands. And this hand is supposed to hold something, and that's for his little necklace right here. Just getting a really close look at it, and it's super not detailed, but that is very tiny. Now, call me crazy, but I really wish they made a second one where it could open up and has the little two photos. Like, that would be adorable. And for the last accessory, just crossing his arms. Like, I mean, the lineup isn't bad at all, but where are the effect pieces? Where is a black flash so this man could get to 120% of where he needs to be? Now, is this figure worthy of the GOAT name? I don't think it's Bandai's fault that this is just a little bland. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost a little too vanilla, and you have to be such an amazing like poser in order to really like capture everyone's like imagination, because I really did have a lot of fun with this figure. It's just I wish there's like something missing and I can't really point to it. I don't know if there's like no effect for the boogie woogie or it's because there is no black flash, but I think this figure is pretty good. I think for the price that it was going at, it was okay. Especially now, it's probably not worth it. But you know what? It's worth having my GOAT. And I'm very happy with this figure, and I'm so glad that I have him, because he was basically the last grail for my whole collection for the JJK line. So, yes, sir. We're in the end game now. So these are the final two figures, and the reason why I'm doing this is because they both got sunned by Toji really bad. But I think Geto was done worse because I know that Gojo technically died, but Geto was literally spinned into a freaking Chicago Joe reverse edit and then kicked at the end and wasn't even worthy of dying. So last figure is High School Gojo, and he was released in January 2024 with a release price of 9,350 yen. And not so fun fact, I was supposed to have this figure back in March of 2024, but here he is now. Now onto High School Geto. He was released in February of 2024, so a month after, with a release price of 9,350 yen. And I actually did get him pretty recently at a SuperCon. Okay, let's finally finish this so I can sleep. And let's keep it a buck. These two are literally gay for each other. They're on some Kenny Omega, Ibushi level type thing. So, of course, I wanted to review them at the same time because you can't have one without having the other one. You know what I mean? They're literally like just like twins, I guess. And man, they honestly look so good. They're definitely the best looking in the whole line because it's the most recent one. And wow, they look fantastic. Those feet are really weird though. What the hell is that, Geto? Alright, but now let's see what they come with. Is this the most accessories someone has besides that movie Gojo? Starting with Gojo with this smiling head sculpt, laughing his ass off face with little blushes. I just got stabbed in the chest face. Do I look high face? And guess what? The fun's not over because he comes with these sunglasses that could be put on every one of his faces. So just like real life, when you high as hell, you just put on some glasses and you good. And of course, you could do this for every face. Oh my god, you already know. Open palm hands. I don't know if these are the same hands. I think this is when he was forming blue. Peace sign hands. This is red. This is for red. And his flip phone because this was in the past. Final accessories are hands in the pocket, which is really cool because he always does this. My only issue with this figure is that I wish he came with blue or something, the same way he did in the anime, but whatever. I'm beating up a dead horse, but it just seems like the JJK line doesn't really want a lot of effect pieces for some reason, on some Bleach shit too. But man, this figure is freaking peak. This has been literally like 2 years in the making for me, and finally opening it up and just having to have fun with him is actually so surreal. I absolutely love this figure and I adore it. He's definitely gonna be high up on the ranking list for all these figures. And this guy could have low-key been figure of the year for me in 2024, but I just didn't have him, so he wasn't able to make the list, but he's for sure making this list. Onto Geto, chill, happy face, eyes closed, laughing face, serious face, super eyes closed, laughing face. Rico just got shot in front of my eyes face. Oh my god, this is the last one, yes! Fisting hands! Karate chopping hands. Finally, Gojo groping hands. I don't know, man, showing off your nail hands. And a slide phone, because he really think he liked that. Or is that a flip phone? And hand in pockets hands. And yeah, he's just gonna dick eat like Gojo, which is gonna be the same thing, but it does look really cool. Now, I think you guys know my issue with this figure. Why doesn't he come with any curses, bro? That's his whole thing. Even these little squid guys would have helped, or another ball to freaking eat. There should have been a faceplate of him just sucking it up, because you know how many he had to eat? A lot. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but the same way with Todo, this guy is just kind of super vanilla, and the only things you could do with him are like the poses of like pretend there's a spirit there, like if I'm some like little kid playing imagination. I'm not no little kid, bro. I play with toys. Like, what's wrong with y'all? But there's a reason why I'm showing these figures off together at the same time, because they need to be posed up against one another. Like, that's literally the whole point. That's their friendship, that's their gaydar, that's everything that they need to be. You cannot have one without the other, and that is just a fact of life. Like, that is so true. I'm a lot less mad at the Geto figure because now he has his boy next to him and they look really cool. So yeah, and guess what? We finally did it. We freaking did it. We reviewed all of it, if you could even call that a review. Now, let's rank it from worst to best. Can y'all guess? All right, let's start from the number 11. To no surprise, it's Megumi at the bottom. He's not even that bad of a figure. Then we got Nobara at the 10 spot because mine is just messed up. Number 9 is going to be Sukuna because he's not really Sukuna. He's Yuji with a Sukuna head. Number 8 is going to be High School Geto, a really good figure. It's just not enough to do with him. Number 7, the one who started it all, Yuji, a really good figure, just middle of the road. Number 6, we got Todo, super flexible big man. At the 5, we have the OG Gojo. And then guess what? At the 4, we actually have his better counterpart, the Gojo from the Zero movie. He's just better. 3, we have Geto, which is super surprising in my opinion. That was actually crazy. And 2, we have Yuta. This fraud actually makes it all the way to number 2. And with no surprise, number 1 is High School Gojo because yeah, he's just that good. Holy crap, guys. If you guys actually made it all the way through this video, you are actually the most realist person on earth. I don't know what to tell you. We're both exhausted. Big shout out to all 5,061 of my subscribers. I really do appreciate you all. Remember, guys, I am doing that giveaway, so just like, comment on this video, and subscribe for 2 people to win Zoro or Team Geto. Let me know if you guys want me to do more long form videos like this. I would have to think of other things, but yeah, that's it for me. Thank you all so much. Bye.